Main Street Fire Rescue is now in service and we are on the air. It's Matt reporting from Disney's Hollywood Studios this evening. What brought me out tonight? Well, it's a very low crowd day today. I mean, very low. I pulled into the parking lot, there's nobody here. Wait time's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Rise of the Resistance was 30 minutes not long ago. It's not 80, but I'm gonna track that. Basically, I'm here tonight to just try to ride some rides, take advantage of the low wait times, but I want to show you all around. I want to show you some vintage Disney's MGM / Hollywood Studios. There are a lot of old relics still kind of hanging out around here. So a lot of them have been kind of, you know, disguised as other things. There's been many changes over the years since this park opened in, I believe it was 89. It used to be an active movie studio back in the day. Wish it still was. Had its own backlot tour. Wish I could have seen that. So we're gonna take a tour around the park for a little bit. I won't be able to get to everything today because there's so much to see, but I'm gonna point out some really neat, unique things about this park that most people miss because they're here for the attractions and they don't see, you know, they miss the vintage part of this park. If they're going from attraction to attraction, you don't get a chance to see some of the really, really cool stuff. So I'm gonna point that out, that way next time you come here and you want to take a break from riding attractions, you got something to look for. All right, let's go. So first things first, I'm gonna go back here down Sunset Boulevard because I did see Tower of Terror was 13 minutes, and when it shows a 13-minute wait, that's a walk-on. I must add, it is a very beautiful night here in Central Florida. Some of the areas of the United States did get snow recently. Glad that's not here. Do not miss that weather, especially in freaking May. It's a beautiful night. It's about 82 right now. Light wind, sunshine, perfect. Supposed to have some weather tomorrow, and we're starting to get our stormy season as we approach summer. So usually about late May, early June, we'll start getting into our stormy season. Our target is straight ahead. The Hollywood Tower Hotel. I might add too, I cannot wait till Rock and Roller Coaster reopens. It's been too dang long, man. Way too long. Look at that, standby. 13 minutes, a 1 and a 3. Haven't seen that in a long time. Here we are. With the 13-minute wait, there should be no wait. We should literally walk right on into the pre-show almost. You can actually do an entire vlog just on this attraction and the grounds and everything to look for. Oh man, Liars. I love the way it smells in this lobby. I wish you could get a candle that smells just like the lobby. It's really, really good. It'd be really cool if you could just wander through here. There's actually these letters also have fallen down on the bottom and they actually spell something out.
On an evening very much like the one we have just witnessed, tonight's story of the Twilight Zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. This, as you may recognize, is a maintenance service elevator, still in operation, waiting for you. We invite you, if you dare, to step aboard, because in tonight's episode, you are the star, and this elevator travels directly to the Twilight Zone.
After leaving the room, we're now in the basement. It's themed incredibly well. You're actually still on the same level. However, it does feel like you're downstairs underneath the hotel. Oh, good, we'll be in the back row. There we go.
You are the passengers on the most uncommon elevator about to ascend into your very own episode of The Twilight Zone. One stormy night long ago, 5 people stepped through the door of an elevator and into a nightmare. That door is opening once again, and this time, it's opening for you.
Feel the humidity.
You are about to discover what
Here we
lies
go.
beyond the 5th dimension, beyond the deepest, darkest.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
In the Tower of Terror.
All right. Up or down?
See, baby.
Oh God. Oh God. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh God. Ah! Not good. Oh, a little air time. There we go.
A warm welcome back to those of you who made it, and a friendly word of warning. Something you won't find in any guidebook. The next time you check into a deserted hotel on the dark side of Hollywood, make sure you know just what kind of vacancy you're filling, or you may find yourself a permanent resident of the Twilight Zone.
Such a good ride. Oh yeah.
Please gather your belongings and watch your step as you exit through the elevator door. We trust your stay at the Hollywood Tower Hotel has been a pleasant one. And please, do come back and see us again.
Will do. So there was a time when this ride never had seat belts. It was, I want to say it was like 10 or 12 years ago, they used to not have seat belts on that ride. And people would fly all over that cabin. They do have some really cool coins. I may have to get this whole collection. It's actually, all of these for $5. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Those are really, I love the one with the key. The key, that one, all of them. Ooh, they have some cool shirts too. Discover what lies beyond the 5th dimension. This mug is actually pretty cool too. Prices are always falling. And the handle is the key. That's awesome. And the bathrobe. It's only $75, but that's a high quality robe too. That's really nice. So it actually wasn't terrible. It was probably, realistically, yeah, 13 minutes, maybe 15 tops. Now that they have all the elevators open, things move quickly. Oh yeah, went up to 30. Glad I got in line when I did. All right, let's head out over into some other areas and check some really cool stuff out here. Hard to believe that 5 months ago I was out here and it was dark already. At about 7:30. Yeah, it was already way dark. It had been dark for about 2 hours. And there were Christmas decorations up. It's crazy to think we're already almost halfway through the year already. Quick change of plans here. I'm going to hit the back lot, the old back lot tour area in a second. I decided to grab a quick something to eat. I was getting a little hungry there, so I need to do some refueling. And then do that, we're going to go over towards the Backlot Express. It's a lot. That's one of the original places to eat around here in MGM / Disney's Hollywood Studios. And there's also, from what I understand, some really cool memorabilia in there that I'm going to take a look at. If you ever want to get a really good vibe of what this place used to be like, take a trip into the Backlot Express over there and spend some time and take a look around. Hard to believe, another 5 months, they'll be getting ready to put a Christmas tree back up here. So all of these buildings, this used to all be something different long before this was ever, like the Frozen show, the Vacation Fun with Minnie and Minnie, yeah, I'm very hungry. Mickey and Minnie. This used to be a Star Wars experience in here. So yeah, there's lots and lots of changes that have happened. Also, outside of the back lot here, I believe this used to be part of the back lot and Streets of America back here too. This is some vintage MGM / Hollywood Studios back here. This place is pretty cool. I honestly think I've only been back here one time. So I'm gonna take this all in here. We're gonna go to window 4. Let's see here. Right here. Yeah, man, take advantage of mobile order. It's so much easier. So this is a spicy Southwest chicken salad. I had to dig out some of the onions on there, but this actually ain't too bad. Got some spice to it. It's good flavor. Yeah, not bad at all. Only for $11. Right next to me are some of the photos of various movies that were made. Some of them filmed right here on property. This place is so cool. There's a lot going on in here. A whole lot going on in here. So this is pretty cool. This is one corner of Backlot Express. This is like the medical first aid area. Should anybody get injured while filming, it's stocked with supplies. That's pretty wild. Old school. Is that insect repellent in there? Got some old school first aid tape, aspirins. Lots of aspirin, tons of that. Oh, and I didn't see this here. This is the stretcher right there. Fold up stretcher. I'll take some extra time too and just wander around here. I want to go over there, but there's a lot of people sitting over there. I don't want to bother people while they're eating. This place is pretty neat. Very, very cool. The automatic caution door wasn't working. Let's try this one. Here we go. There's more stuff in here. This is a big, actually this is a lot bigger than I thought it was. And location wise, this sits right behind the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. I believe they got this, they're doing the last show of the evening. That was very good. Holy cow. I didn't stand a chance. It's gone, like nothing left. So I got a little more energy now, full belly, got some fuel. Let's go see some vintage Hollywood Studios. Or, as I should say, MGM. I wish I could have seen this place when it was MGM. I would have loved to have been able to get a shot, take a walk around here. I did see some of the the older parts that aren't here anymore. There was, where we're headed to was called the Animators Court Yard. And then this area here where these tables are, there used to be busts of famous actors right in through here. I actually have my picture taken with one. They were all scattered throughout here. It was like the Academy of the Stars or something. But that lattice work on the wall is still there because that's in the background. That's in the background of the photo I took because it was like right in here. Front entrance is that way. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway / Great Movie Ride right over that way. The sign that says Disney's Hollywood Studios, this is the old Animation Court Yard. They did have an animation class back there at one point. That's the one that is now transferred over to Animal Kingdom back in the conservation area. Rafiki's Planet Watch, that's what I'm thinking. One of the other things I find very interesting is this is the old Pixar Place back here. Also, once that moved over to Toy Story Land, this was also the Incredibles, whatever it was called. It was a meet and greet. They need to do something with that area. That's a whole lot of open space to just, you know, be walled off. That's how you used to be able to get through the streets of America, right through this way. This was a big walkthrough. Pixar Place, Streets of America, right behind there. They did change the cups from the 50th. So we can do some proper sightseeing. I got me a little shaken Jamaican, just a little bit of cream in there. Normally I like my coffee black. However, there's something about this shaken Jamaican when you mix a little bit of cream into it, it just brings out the flavor like crazy. So we're gonna head back over towards Animators Court Yard and show you some of the old school relics that some still stand, some do not. Other things have been kind of closed off, long forgotten, but people that are big fans of this park know exactly where to look. And here we are, Disney's Hollywood Studios. It used to say Animation Court Yard. This actually used to have a ton of activity back here. I can remember the very first time I came here. This was in 2015 in February. This was still Animators Court Yard. Star Wars Launch Bay was not here. And it's sad this Little Mermaid show never came back. You know, all of this stuff, when you have a theme park, all these shows, everything is all carefully calculated with dispersing people. You have a gigantic attraction like this not in service, it makes a big difference. It really does. Press penny collection back here. Anybody's interested. This is another thing that I wish was open. I don't think it has been. Probably another victim of all the nonsense shutdowns that happen. Right here, the studio store, and if you look, it's got the old school lettering. This is how MGM was. It had this style font and the red and the black stripes, and then the lighting on the end, and of course the famous glass block walls. But this is where you used to board the backlot tram tour, where you take you around the movie sets. This was the entrance right here. So instead of Star Wars Launch Bay, backlot movie tour. I wish I could have seen that. We'll have to come back here one of these days when this is open, because as you walk through here, right where that podium is where you went left or right. And then the tramway where the tram used to come in, I believe is still there. I've only been back here once, and last time I was back here, I had no idea what I was looking at. So I thought we could get back there, but we can't. Oh, I wish this was open. I can only imagine what was in there. Had to have been some really cool stuff. Another exit for Little Mermaid show. Ooh, I'm gonna take a quick break here a second. Also, if y'all want a nice place to take a break, nice and breezy, this is the place back here. Okay, this is all cast members only, so I'm not gonna go too far. I'm guessing there's stripes on the ground. This is probably, yeah, this is definitely backlot stuff right here. You can see the awning right here. This would be, my guess is this is where the trams would pull up and then line up underneath here, and then you get on the tram right here. Similar to how they do it at Disney's, not Disney, but Universal's Hollywood Studios. This is really neat. This is like, I've never been back here. I've only been back here once, and that was for the Star Wars launch bay. But I didn't really know how far back you could get. Like, maybe once this is open more, I'm going to try to go back here. Again, I'm not sure what this means. Like, I know what it means. It means cast members only, but I don't know if it's that way or both. So we'll come back during another time and see if it's okay to walk back there. One thing about YouTubing is you don't want to find yourself in a place where you're not allowed, not wanted. That's a quick way to get your ass banned from the parks. And definitely not looking to do that. Also, one day, when I have a little more time, we'll go out to Galaxy's Edge. I also have a book that points out all of the secrets of Walt Disney World and all the various parks. All the various parks have a ton of really unique things about them. And Hollywood, or where Star Wars Galaxy's Edge sits, is a lot of it as the Streets of America, and some of it also sits on the old backlot tour. So while we're at it, we're going to go look for another item here, another unique item. We'll go back underneath the arch. This is the Hyperion I'm walking next to. This is where the Frozen Ever After show is. Frozen Sing-Along. There used to be another show in here. I'm going to have to do some research and find out what it was. I honestly think that this park and Epcot probably have the most to offer as far as looking for anything vintage / old school that is hidden in plain sight or has had some changes, but some of the originals are still around, with the exception of the insanely busy times, Christmas and spring break. If you come any other time of the year, for the most part, and it's slower, you don't really need Genie Plus or Lightning Lane. All you gotta do is wait till the very end of the day and get here first thing in the morning, but take the afternoons off. The Rise of the Resistance right now is only 20-25 minutes, and there's still about an hour left to go in the park. After this, I may wander back there real quick. So right now, I am in Muppets Court Yard. This is one of the other original places that hasn't really been messed with too much at Hollywood Studios. This is one of my favorite fountains, Miss Piggy Dill. You did used to spin at one point. She's stationary now. But when they were building Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, this fountain, because they had to redo all the piping and everything, this was actually turned off and turned into a giant planter. And many wondered if it would even return, which we're glad it did, because this is pretty iconic. I love the rats here fishing with the magnet, pulling the coins out of the bottom of the fountain. That's pretty creative. And there is, oh yeah, there's another one. He's got his trident with the dollar bill attached to it. Yeah, I love this fountain. So we're gonna go. This is Muppets 3D, one of the, again, old original attractions. Used to be a balloon, a Muppet balloon on the very top of that tower there, but they took it down for the reason of it disrupted the sightlines for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So they took it away. But it was a yellow and red balloon with Kermit's face on it. Used to sit up there. Anybody remember that? Let me know in the comments. And right here, it's Rat Pizza. It's Rat Pizza. So Pizza Rizzo also used to be part of, this was not Pizza Rizzo a while back. When I first came here, this was Pizza Planet, part of Pixar Place. And this was all tied in with Pixar Place. So this was themed after Pizza Planet from the original Toy Story. But shortly, I want to say it was shortly after my visit here in 2015, they closed this down and renovated it. And turn it into Pizza Rizzo to go more with the Muppet theming, and with them changing around Hollywood Studios, because Toy Story Land actually moved out yonder. But at night, it's lit up to say the city's top-rated pizza. Well, it has a short in it from time to time, and the letters will get blacked out, and instead of city's top-rated pizza, it says it's rat pizza. There it goes. That's pretty funny. And the other thing I love about this down here is this is some of what's left of the old streets of America. And then even the sign for Pizza Rizzo goes perfect with this area. Anybody remember back in the 70s and 80s, you'd have these signs like this outside of restaurants and businesses that they would flash up and down, up and down. And one homage that they paid to Pizza Planet was when they redid this and changed it to Pizza Rizzo. You can see what they did over here on the side. Best pizza on the planet. So a nice little nod. This is actually really good pizza. Now, one of these days I'm going to have to do a taste test. Some other people have done it, and they say that this is better than Via Napoli. I'm not sure about that, but it's worth a try. And I do wish this would open up. This shop here. This is themed after an old movie set, and there's props and everything going on. You can see a lot going on in there. This was a really, really cool gift shop. It was like shopping around and you were backstage, hence the name Stage One Company Store. This was another sad situation of all of the nonsense that went on in 2020. A lot of stuff got permanently closed because of that. And this is another one. This used to be a really nice Christmas shop right here. It's themed after a Christmas shop you might find in downtown. It is cool though. It stays lit up all year. But this was one of the neatest Christmas shops around. It just had that, when you walked in, it had that old-timey feel inside there. Yeah, I missed that one. Disney, bring that back, please. And then the restaurant that still stayed open is Mama's Melrose's Ristorante Italiano. And so, this actually I have not eaten here, but I've heard it's decent. Theming looks really nice in there. It smells good. It smells like chewing tobacco though back here right now. It smells like spearmint. And where I'm heading now, these green gates right here, this was the exit and entrance. This is how you used to get to the old streets of America, right through here. If you step back a little bit, right there, the apartment building, that was kind of the start of it. And you walk through there, took a right, and everything was themed just like that. It looked like you were walking through downtown New York. It had all of like the Flatiron Building and all kinds of theming that led you to really feel like you were in a large city during the 50s. I wish they would have built Star Wars Galaxy's Edge somewhere else and left Streets of America alone. That was one of the neatest things ever that they had. One of the shops that used to be back here was one I always remembered. It was called Used Guys Merchandise. And this was also where they did the Osborne family Christmas lights every Christmas. They'd light up all of the streets of America in millions upon millions of Christmas lights. So you'd come in this way and you'd go down that way. Basically, you'd work your way around, and then where the Incredibles land, well, we would call that a land, but where Pixar Place used to be, where Incredibles sits now, that's where it used to exit out of. So it made this huge loop back there. And then beyond this was also the backlot tour. Lots of cool stuff. So if you ever want to take a nice break, this is a good place to come to back here. It's relatively quiet, except for during lunch rush and dinner rush, it can get pretty chaotic back here, but other times, it's just like you see it. It's very, very relaxing. And then sometimes this gate is open or closed. If y'all are big Resort TV 1 fans, you know this is the scene where Josh and Jenna did their Guess What Day It Is in Dale. That was pretty cool. But that takes you back out into Muppets Court Yard where we started, because the fountain is right there. So I'm actually going to walk back around because I really do enjoy walking through this land. I would love to get behind those gates though, like come here and work as an employee just to see what's back there. I'm sure there's a few old really cool relics back there. I'm really surprised though they haven't reopened this. This is a really neat store. And there's still stuff's in the windows. Like it looks like it's ready to open at any minute, but I'm not sure it's gonna happen. Now, I wasn't taste testing or anything, but right before Christmas, I came out here and had a quick lunch and grabbed me a slice of pizza, and it actually was good. It was really good. So, is it as good as Via Napoli? Possibly. We'll have to find out.
I was talking to Melanie about it.
So that is Muppets Court Yard and some of the original Streets of America, what's left of them. And right here in front of me is also part of the old Streets of America. It was a very big area, huge. Lots to see back there. You can find it on YouTube. The reason this still stands is because Sci-Fi Diner backs up to this. So if they were to tear this down, they would also be interrupting the structure for Sci-Fi Diner. So that had to stay. Walking through here in the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, this is a combination of old Streets of America and part of the back lot. They basically bulldozed all of it and created this land. It's just crazy to think, though, with the sheer amount of land Disney has, that they couldn't have found a different place to put this. I mean, it is a really cool land, don't get me wrong. However, they demolished a relic to put this in. Let's check out Rise of the Resistance real quick while we're here. So this is the front entrance to Rise of the Resistance, and currently at a little after 20 after 8, 30 minutes. Not bad at all. I have a full coffee though. Wasn't planning on it being that short, but I really don't feel like guzzling this. So we're just gonna keep on strolling and swing by another night and we'll ride that. I always sometimes love stopping by here after work because I have to literally come right through the Disney property. And I'm usually done about 7 p.m. So just swing by for an hour, hop on Rise, and then head on home. It doesn't look bad. There's the queue and people are moving through it relatively easily. Right here outside of Backlot Express, if you're looking for the Indiana Jones Press Penny collectibles, right here. Press pennies. I gotta get me a book so I can start. I would love to get at least 1 or 2 from every single press penny machine or all around the resort. I think that'd be a neat collection to have. Yeah, this is, wow, there's nobody here tonight. I mean, nobody. This is this is really nice.
Clear, I guess. And they know that they can't.
Hey, realistically, tonight, when Fantasmics, if they had 2 Fantasmic shows instead of just the one, you could go have your run of this place. Because everybody would be out at the show and there'd be nobody in line. But I'm pretty sure if I remember looking at the My Dismal Experience app, there's just the one show tonight. The one thing I do love about Hollywood Studios is all of the neon. Neon is such a cool art form, and there's nothing like it really. I don't care how many LEDs or whatever they come out with. There's just something about neon lights. They're irreplaceable, and they light up the night.
All right, and then you can hold on to the apple.
And they're off. enjoyed this little visit out to Hollywood Studios. It was kind of a short one, but it was fun, you know. Next time I'll get this at the very end of the night. Because I'm not going to get on Rise of the Resistance with this sucker. Not unless I guzzle it, and I really don't feel like guzzling 16 ounces of coffee at the moment. So, especially Shaken Jamaican, it is potent. It's good, but potent. So, I hope y'all enjoyed some of this stuff. Again, there's so much to see at Hollywood Studios, vintage-wise. So, it takes a few trips. Or, you know, we could also do a full, you know, long vlog. Take about an hour or so probably with all the editing, but yeah, we'll do this again, and lots of other parks to do this with too. Universal Studios just as well. The other thing I want to do is I want to look for a vintage 1990s MGM Studios map and actually bring it in with me and kind of look around and see what was where and, you know, what we're looking at. So today was kind of just by going off with stuff I've read, but it would be really neat to have an old map with me so I could see what we were looking at. So I'm going to get home. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Remember, the future is what you make of it, so make it a good one, each and every one of you. I'll see you all soon. Main Street Fire Rescue, out of service. Good night.